I have a specific testimony that I'd like to share. This isn't from me. This is on behalf of Sister Vicki Schrader. Vicki, if you could just wave to everybody. Vicki and her husband are new to our church, and she has asked me to read her testimony on her behalf. I was very fortunate growing up. I was born into a family with wonderful, loving parents. They were married for 65 years and were totally devoted to each other and our family. My father passed away, but I am still blessed with my mother. She just turned 89. There have been many times in my life when I knew God was standing with me to guide me, to shield me, or to love me through the tough times. Case in point, I'm a very private person, but the love of the Lord has given me the strength to share my story. I'm blessed to be married to my husband, Bill. Hey, Bill. He's a great guy. And I have two wonderful sons. I was raised in the Lutheran church and was baptized as a baby before I knew what sin was or ever had sinned. My walk with Jesus has not always been easy. I have went to many different churches in my life. On the day I found CBC, I was actually headed to a service at a church in town. But the service had been canceled for some reason. I just chanced across CBC on my way out of town and came in for the 8:30 service. I sat in the back row. I was so welcomed by the congregation and then heard the inspirational sermon. I knew that CBC was a place where I could grow in my journey with Christ. My husband was not raised in the faith and came to the Lord later in life. He has always been a good man, but since he came to truly know the love of Jesus Christ, there has been a visible change in him. I can attest to the same thing. As I've watched him grow in his belief, I began to examine my own relationship with Jesus. I came to the realization that the Lord's love for me and his outstretched hand was always there. All I had to do was receive his gift. Since I have had this change in my heart, I can feel the presence of Christ in my life each and every day. This baptism is my public display of my repentance from sin, my new life as a soul washed from sin, and on a true journey with Jesus as my shepherd each and every day. I am excited to be baptized as an adult, fully aware of my sin, and born again in the love of Christ, and ready to take this step in my journey to fully dedicate my life to love of the Lord. Thank you, Vicki.